All right, welcome into the studios today, Coach Carlos Jones. Many of you recognize him from the community. Coach, you've been involved with a lot over the years. You grew up here.
Yes.
You're a product of West Lawrence, of
Yes.
Lawrence County Schools. You returned and have given back a lot.
Yeah.
Not just with track, which you've been coaching for several years there, but
Yes.
you've given to other programs. You've given to the football program.
Yes.
You've given a lot to students. You give to the community as a minister. So we appreciate, first of all, what you do for the community.
Yes, I just give God all the glory.
Amen. Amen. So, Coach, we want to come in, and we've been having various coaches to come in and maybe share about those athletes, those spring sports athletes who got a season cut short, but in the amount of time you've been coaching track, boys track, you've seen a lot of them come through, and you've had, I guess, several here for 3-4 years.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. How is it to coach track? How do you find that sport? You must enjoy it.
Man, I enjoy it. I look at track as the track that trains athletes for all other sports. I mean, when you just think about what you do in other sports, track prepares you for it on so many levels, and so I enjoy it. It's one of those sports where you have to you're an individual. So whatever you accomplish, you didn't have a line blocking for you. You didn't have nobody throwing you a football. It's one of those things where it's your work, your effort, everything that you put in earned you your accomplishment.
Yeah.
And so.
Yeah, and it is. I love sports like that. That you stand alone in what you've got to do, and then your effort, your accomplishments go to the team.
That's right. That's
right.
right.
So it's a team sport, but at the same time, it's your individual effort.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
And so it's nowhere where you can say, well, such and such didn't do this, or if he would have done that. I mean, it's you. And so it teaches them to be accountable for their work. It teaches them to be accountable for their effort because you have no one else to blame.
Yeah, yeah. And Coach, when we look at the sport, now some people may not be real familiar. They may say, okay, it's track, it's just running. Let's talk about the different events.
Okay. Well, no, it's not just running. Running plays a big part in it. Because, when kids come out, I tell them up front, if you don't like to run, then this is not a sport for you. But you have your high jump, which still incorporates running movement. You have your long jump, your triple jump. Even my throwers have to run, but because I tell them, the stronger your core and the better your throws. And so, but you have your discus, your shot put. We have pole vault, and so it incorporates running. So it's still, you can't get away from the running. But there are things that events that you do that just not based on how fast you are.
Yeah, yeah. And so some of your athletes participate in more than one event, I'm sure.
Yes, yes. 3 or 4. My daughter does 5 events.
Awesome.
When you include the relays. So, and there are a couple of them that may do 5 in one day.
Wow, that's a busy day.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one you don't want to miss.
Yeah.
You don't want them laying out of
That's right,
school
that's right.
or getting sick on you. But through the years in coaching, what's been some of the more challenging positions or events to fill?
For us at West Lawrence, it's been distance running. Just trying to fill those positions with the milers and the 2 milers or even the 800. Just trying to find someone who would be disciplined enough to go out and put forth that effort to run for the times that you need to qualify in the 2 mile or 1 mile or the 800, because I mean, you got to have heart to run those races.
Yeah.
The 400 is one that you can feel it because you always have that athlete who will do it, but a lot of them don't want to run that 400 because it's a sprint for 400 meters.
Yeah. Yeah, you got to dig down deep.
Yeah, and you hurting when you finish. So.
Yeah, and so let's talk about that, Coach, because there's some parents out there watching. There's some young athletes out there watching. Maybe some runners who, are thin and long, and kind of like that idea of running distant. Yeah. Let's talk about that and how you prepare for that, even as a middle schooler, let's say, in preparing to come to high school. How could they get out there, Coach, and benefit the team? And be able to participate themselves? What do they need to be doing? to prepare for those events?
Running.
I knew the answer to that.
Yeah,
there
but
you
I
go,
do.
Coach.
I encourage to get involved with cross country. Yeah, I mean, if for distance runners, get involved with cross country. But after getting involved, don't forget about track.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of times when they run cross country, because it's a different scenery, coming out in there and just running that oval track becomes boring to them sometimes. But if you love running, cross country prepares you for track. Track prepares you for cross country.
And so the cross country coach still DJ, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Danny Johnson coaches that. I guess you're gonna have to buy him breakfast or something,
Yeah.
Coach. You get in better with him to get him to send you somebody on over.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
now he's a worker on that, you know.
Oh, yeah,
Anybody
yes.
knows DJ knows he's gonna put in the work.
Oh yes, he get out there and run with them.
Yeah, if he can, he'll embarrass him.
Oh yeah, yes he will.
Try to pull it out of him. But
See,
you know,
I cheat on it. I run with mine, but I give myself a head start.
yeah, I'd have to have a real big head start, Coach. I'm telling you, I'd start before they got there. But you know, some people like that distance, and if you have a young person out there and they want to do the distance, they want to be a part of a team.
Yeah.
And excel individually, then start training early, and you develop that desire. You develop those endorphins
Yes.
that kick in. You know, on long distance. I mean, it really does. As far as anything I've experienced, you know, and you hear about it all the time.
Yeah.
You get your little mileage going on. You start to feel really good, and you enjoy that. And
Yes.
it takes a different person now.
It does. It
To
does.
be able to do that.
It
So we
does.
just want to encourage you, ladies and gentlemen, because Coach Carlos Jones is feeding a lot into the program. He does a lot in the community, and ask around, check it out. Coach will put the right mentorship into your young person. He's going to feed them good things. He's going to develop them, not only to be an athlete, but also to be a young man of character. And that's what we need in the system greatly. Hey, we're going to take a short break. We're going to be back. We're going to highlight the seniors of West Lawrence High School track for this year, the ones that have wrapped up a short season but have been participating all the way through. We'll be right back.
Hello, I'm Darren Keene with Clements & Keene Insurance. If you own a business with less than 50 employees, we have things that are available to help you qualify for group health insurance with many discounts. These discounts did not exist 6 months ago. This is available through the Georgia Chamber Smart Plan. It's backed by Blue Cross Blue Shield. If you're a member of your local Chamber of Commerce, or if you're contemplating becoming a member, give us a call. Clements & Keene Insurance, your health insurance specialist, 272-8019.
Hey, want a successful career? Start with an education that puts you front and center with hands-on experience. An education that will prepare you for opportunity in 2 years or less. An education that's fast and affordable. Most OFTC students graduate debt-free thanks to the Hope Career Grant, which offers free tuition in more than 63 programs. Think differently about college. Choose OFTC for an education that's fast, local, and debt-free. OFTC is an equal opportunity institution.
All right, we welcome you back again with Coach Carlos Jones. And Coach Jones, let's back up just for a minute. You tell us a little bit about yourself, about growing up, about your family, about what you did at West Lawrence High, and about your family now.
Okay. Well, I grew up out around the Millville community, Oscowian Road. I went to West Lawrence High School, graduated West Lawrence High School. I was the son of Annie and Oscar Jones, had two younger sisters. I played football, ran track, played basketball during school. I had opportunity to go and do track on a scholarship, but being unwise at that time, I wanted to play football, and so I turned down the scholarship and missed everything. And didn't get to do football, didn't get to do track.
Man.
But I enjoyed my high school years. Football was my passion. But I was a triple jumper, long jumper, a 400 runner in track. I ran the 200. In my senior year, I broke the school record in the triple jump and was looking forward to going to state. And right before going to compete at region, I pulled my hamstring. And so that was probably one of the most hurting feelings I had, because I felt like I was really on track to make some good marks, and I jumped the 45 in the triple jump, and during that time 45 was good. 45 won't win it this not now, but back in '93, 45 was great, and so I felt real good. I went on to DeVry, but being young, I didn't do everything I was supposed to. Learned my lesson from it, but I eventually went back to school got my theological degree. Then I went back and got my master's in special education. Started teaching, but I served as a community coach for football and track. Been coaching football for 12 years and track for almost 10. And I'm married now. I've been married, married 21 years.
Congratulations.
This year will be 21 years. I have 3 daughters, Marnitra, Calandra, Ariana. Marnitra is working in Atlanta as a phlebotomist. Calandra is her senior, next year be her senior year. She's on a track scholarship. And then my youngest daughter, Ariana, she's actually be signing a track scholarship to Clayton State this year. And so I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life. I pastor Living Hope Word Church. God blessed me to be the founder of that church. And so, man, it's great. I'm enjoying teaching. I'm enjoying coaching. I've been the head coach for track now for 3 years. And each year we've had someone to sign, and each one of them have signed as strong runners in the 400. So,
yeah. Coach, you got a lot to be thankful for, of course. You're highly blessed, but it doesn't just happen, does it?
No, it doesn't. It takes work.
Yeah.
Takes learning from your mistakes, and I made a whole lot of them.
Yeah. And that's what you try to feed, I'm sure, into these young men.
Yes.
Coming through school, whatever field you're on, but especially on track right now, as we speak, you have opportunity to get close to them, and you see the mistakes that young men make, and I know you try to feed into them and try to spin the head around, so to speak, and get them going in the right direction. And when we make mistakes in life, we don't have to just live with that mistake. We put it to use.
That's right.
And we help others.
That's right.
And that sounds like what's going on. Again, I've heard a lot of good things about you over the years, man. And that's
like I said, only thing I can respond is I give God all the glory, because it was Him and His grace. It's not me. It's just me trusting in Him, my faith in Him, and His grace came in and done the rest. He done all the work. So. I can't take credit for the work. I'm a product of His grace.
Yeah, but you got to make that decision, don't you?
That's right. That's right.
You got to, and that's what we talk to young people about, and we just want to feed into that just for a moment. But moving on into the seniors, you have what, 6, 7, 8 seniors?
Actually, I think around about 10.
Wow.
2 females, Ariana and Jazzy, 3 and Jakira, and then 7 males. And I coach both. I'm the head coach for the girls and the boys.
All right. Okay, so let's talk about the girls first. The 3 you already mentioned. You got 1 star going on to the next level.
Yes.
Let's talk about what all your daughter competed in, what Ariana's in.
Ariana, she competes in the long jump, the 400, the 100, the 200, the 300 hurdles, the 4x1, and the 4x4. So she's competed in all those. She's been recruited in the 100, the 400, and jumping. And she'll be actually, they're sending the paperwork today for her to sign with Clayton State University.
Awesome. Congratulations.
She's competed in state all 4 years and in multiple events. Started as a freshman, she went in the 400, the long jump, and the 4x4 as a freshman. And the hurdles. She made it in the hurdles as well. To state, she didn't place in the hurdles, but she did place in the 4x4 as a freshman. And the same thing with her sophomore year, her junior year. And this year, the season was cut short, but we was had high hopes for her for this year as well.
Yeah, but what a list of accomplishments all the way through this allowed her to go on to the next level, to be able to run.
First, I credit to her hard work. She's always been a leader. She came in as a freshman being a leader and outspoken and pushing others to be better.
Yeah.
She's as I say, she's placed in state every year that she's gone. She's ranked 28th out of 286 students in her class. She has a 3.79 GPA. So academically, she's also being recruited with an academic scholarship with Clayton State.
Wonderful.
And so she's done a whole lot of great things.
Yeah, and a lot more yet to come, I trust.
Yes.
How about the other two young ladies, seniors?
Jakira is actually signing a softball scholarship. Yeah, but she was very instrumental in the 4x1 relay, and she ran the 200. Tried to push her to run the 100, but she just didn't want to get in no blocks and run that 100-yard sprint.
Yeah.
But she's a very great young lady, very smart. But she was a basketball player, softball player. So, and I think they'd actually be playing basketball as well. I'm not sure the college that she's going to, but I talked with her. She was actually on the track last week when went out to do a workout, and she was out there working hard and told me that she was signing a scholarship.
All right, putting in the work still.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. And Jazz Smith, she was a hurdler. She ran the 100 hurdles and the 300 hurdles. She didn't quite get to the place where she could earn a scholarship, but her heart was always there. I mean, she would work hard. She would run her best, and I was proud of her because she would always beat her time. And so I told her, that's all you running against yourself.
Right.
You racing against whatever best time you had. That's the time you running against. And so anytime you can PR, until that's accomplishment. And so she had several of those.
Yeah, awesome. And then you had several young men.
Yes.
That's going to be going on to bigger and better things, I trust.
Yes, Daniel Dorsey was one of our promising seniors, but he ended up signing the full ride to Savannah State in football. The track coach there want him to sign, and I've been talking to him about it. That's extra money, and so.
Yeah.
But I think his heart is in football, and so I always tell him follow your heart.
Yeah.
Ain't no need in doing something if you're not gonna give it 100%. And so, but
What can you tell us about Daniel?
Daniel, he was a long jumper, triple jumper. He's gone to state. He went to state last year, and he was really looking forward to get back this year because he felt like he let himself down last year. But I told him, look, you place. Anytime you can place in state, he placed 8th. And I told him, look, you the 8th best person in the state of Georgia in the triple jump. That's nothing to hold your head down about. But that's who Daniel is. If Daniel felt like I could have done better, then he's gonna push himself because he felt like I let myself down if I didn't do the best that I could at that event. He was this year he was our #1 guy for the 100. He could run the 200, but his events was long jumping, triple jump. He ran the second leg and sometimes the anchor leg in the 4x1. So Daniel would do anything where we would put him at. If it felt like it was best for the team, he'd be willing to do it. And so he's gonna be an awesome asset to Savannah State football team because he's a leader. He's gonna push himself. He's gonna give everything he's got with whatever he do.
Yeah. Okay.
Xavier Lewis was another promising senior. I'm in talks with Payne College for him right now. He was a high jumper, a long jumper as well. But I'm talking to them for the high jump and trying to sell him with you get your long jumper as well as a second leg for the 4x1. Xavier's a multi-sport athlete as well, basketball and football. And he's going if Payne sign him, he's going to be a great addition to them. He works hard. He's a competitor.
Okay.
Had a few more seniors on the team, but they didn't quite reach the mark where we can begin to talk about scholarships. But they still work hard. Devontae Royals was a kid that whatever I asked him to do, he would do it. You look at him, you wouldn't think he was a 400 runner, but I put him in the 400 relay, and he would give his best. Jeremiah Tobridge was a 400 runner the same way. Whatever I asked him to do, he would do it. He worked hard. Charles Knight was a thrower, and Charles had great work ethic. He would stay after practice, just trying to improve his throws. And sometimes, you know, you just don't get there. But it wasn't because he didn't put forth the effort. He would continue to work hard to do the best he could. We had Nigel Green, who came out as a senior. I felt like if he would have started as a freshman, that he would have been an awesome 400 runner. He was long, lanky, had good stride. It's just he was so far behind the 8 ball that he just couldn't get where he needed to. So if you out there and you have potential, start track early because it's one of those sports that you build. And so I really believe he missed his calling. But he would have been an awesome 400 runner had he started early. And there's many more seniors that we had that all of them worked hard, gave their best. Dominique Williams was another one. He was a thrower, and you know he worked hard. And I think he just enjoyed being around the program because we have a lot of fun in track. People don't think we do, but because they look at all the running, but the team camaraderie that they have, I mean, they have a lot of fun. And we try to, we go run an indoor meet in Alabama where the kids get to stay overnight. So you get to travel. I mean, and you get some of those overnight stays, especially if you make it to sectionals and state. I mean, so the kids enjoy that time where they just get to be together. But the bus trips we let them just enjoy each other and bond. And
Other seniors.
Yes, we also have Christian Colvin. Christian Colvin was a hurdler. He did the 100 hurdle and the 300 hurdle. He worked tremendously. He was a hard worker. He was also a football player. But Christian, he didn't quite have the mark, but it wasn't because he didn't have the effort as well. It just, he didn't have that extra burst of speed to get to that mark that he needed. But Christian would come and he would work. I would have to pull him from the hurdles to get to do something else because that's all he wanted to work on. But I would tell him we got to work on blocks. We got to do some form work, but he just wanted to practice going over those hurdles, and he wanted to get that form down because he wanted to be great.
Okay. And so when we're looking at these seniors, so many of us will recognize them obviously from football and the effort that they put on that field. I mean, you just ran down 4, 5, or 6, you know, who, again, when you say put in the work, when they always wanted to be better, when they had the heart for the sport, when they had a desire just to win and to be together. You know, that speaks a lot of that school environment at West, doesn't it?
Yes. It's a great environment. I don't want to teach nowhere else. And I'm not just saying that because it's my alma mater. But I do believe that Mr. Gornto set a great precedent for family environment there. And it's, I mean, the love that teachers have for one another there and have for the kids is awesome.
Yeah. And you know, you look at teachers, ladies and gentlemen, and it's easy to find fault with people. It's easy to find fault with me, easy to find fault with Carlos, easy to find fault with you if you really look at yourself. But you know, when people are trying their very best to make the right choices, you're gonna make mistakes sometimes.
That's
but
right.
when you look at the picture of our educational system, and you see these teachers striving to do their very best, sure they make mistakes sometimes. But trying to make the right choice. It's not because they don't want to make the right choice, you know, but sometimes that's just the way it works out, you know, and you press on. It's like coming up short on a run or a jump. You got to press on. You got to work harder. But we appreciate you coming in and recognizing those seniors. I mean, that's a good group of ladies and gentlemen that you've shared with us, and something for all of us to be proud of in this community. You know, we look for ways to reach out to them, and we ask you to do that, ladies and gentlemen, on social media. If you see them anywhere in the community, you pat them on the back. You encourage these young people because it's a pivotal time in their life and very impressionable time. and they need all the encouragement they can get. Even the strongest
That's right.
of characters and athletic abilities need to be encouraged.
Oh, yes.
No doubt about it, right?
Yes.
Hey, we're going to take another short break and be right back with Coach Jones, so you stay with us, all right?
First Lawrence Bank invites you to experience banking at its best. Whether you have personal or business needs, we're a full-service bank big enough to handle all of your banking needs and small enough to provide you with that personal touch you've grown to expect from a community bank like First Lawrence Bank. Looking forward to your future? That's First Lawrence Bank in Dublin and Dexter, member FDIC.
You've got miles and miles of grass to mow. So you're going to need a machine built to perform. Day in and day out. Season after season. You're going to need a Gravely. Built to mow the distance.
Now at Myers Equipment and Supply in Dublin.
Okay, we welcome you back. It's been a real pleasure to have you in the studio
It's been a
today,
pleasure
Coach.
being here.
You know, we're going through this time of kind of transition, and you get, again, not only to feed into young people, but you get to feed into your congregation, to people you come in contact with. How are you handling everything? How are you doing?
I'm the type of person, I always see the glass half full. That's my faith in Christ. I believe all things work together for the good of those that love him. And so every situation that I face, I look at it as a lesson, something that God is trying to teach me, something that God is trying to show me more of what he's designed to do and prepare me for greater. And so I've faced this pandemic that we find ourselves in. And, you know, my heart goes out to everyone that's been affected directly. But I have to speak from a place of faith and say it's been a great season for me. I've grown in some things. God has showed me some things, just the time that I've been able to spend more time with him, things that he's doing in ministry. And so it has been a blessing. If you know, my heart goes out to everyone that's been impacted directly, and we pray for each and every one of them. But I can say there is some good that has come out of this, and so I encourage people to seek him and ask him, God, what is it I'm supposed to learn in this? What are you showing me? If it's nothing but spending time with family. I mean, we had no choice,
Right.
and so it's been a blessing in our home. Just to sit down and watch TV together and just laugh and just the children making TikToks all around the house. I mean, it's been a blessing. It truly has. It gave me the opportunity just to slow down because I wear a lot of hats, and so it gave me time to finish some things. I actually finished a book during this time, so things that I wasn't making the time for to do, something that he had in my heart to do. I recorded an album during this time, and so I mean, I've taken advantage of things slowing down to do things that's been on the back burner that God had in me, and so I praise him for it. I don't like the fact that the people that's been hurt, the lives that's lost, but I still look at the glass half full and see all the great things. And that's how I look at life. I look at what good can come out of this instead of just focusing on all the negative.
What's the name of the book?
Hope for the Day. It's a devotional.
Awesome.
Yes.
What about the album?
People that know me know that I come out of the hip hop generation. And so I've been labeled the rapping preacher. But the album is entitled Forgiven. And I did a collaboration with two other guys, a BIG project we call it's Brothers in Glory. And so actually 2 albums is come out of this pandemic. So I did a single, and then I did a compilation album with Brothers in Glory. And we finished both of them. And
So where do y'all record?
I recorded I actually recorded my album last year. I just never done all the things to finalize it. But I recorded in Warner Robins But the BIG album, we recorded it at the church.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. Speaking of church, if you don't mind, Pastor, are you meeting now, or what's your plans going forward?
We live stream. We live stream through our website, livinghopework.com. We live stream Facebook. We have a YouTube page that we live stream through. Now I do on Sundays. Myself and the camera crew and my worship leader, we go to the church. It's about 10 of us, and we go live from the church just to give people the sanctuary feel.
Yes.
But I record Bible study from my home and go live from there. And we started out of this pandemic. We started a ministry called Ministers Corner, where the ministers, my ministers, have opportunity to broadcast, and so we just be on the corner with them and whatever God has given them. Yeah. I have a character called Uncle Ned that pops up every now and then, and his grandson Junior pops up every now and then for a little comedy. Yeah. And so God has stretched us in this pandemic and allowed us to look at so many ways to do ministry, and so it has improved our ability to reach social media, and so it's getting our media team the opportunity to perfect what we was doing with media. Yeah. And so it's so much good that has come out of this.
Yeah, yeah, and that's a great way to look at it. We appreciate you so much again for not only coming in, but for the character that you exemplify. And again, all glory to God. Yes, for everything that goes forward. And so as we leave, what do you say to those seniors out there and those families that, going through this transitional time? What words can you give them?
I know that season was cut short. I had to talk with my daughter on several times because she was so broken because of the things that she wanted to accomplish in her senior year. And just keeping her encouraged and letting her know that God don't make mistakes. There's a reason for everything. And through the pandemic, she still received several offers. And so I tell the seniors, this pandemic does not stop you from being great. If you got to go, continue to work hard. And one of the things I kept encouraging my seniors, if track is what you want to do or whatever you want to do, use this time to improve yourself. That track is wide open. Many people not going out there, so you definitely got social distancing if you go to the track because everybody's not trying to get there. Work hard, continue to strive hard and push through. And to all those seniors, I know graduation and you miss your prom and so many things that we can look at that was on the negative, but just keep your eyes looking to what good can come out of this. Because you're still great. Just because this season and your senior year was cut short does not diminish who you are and the effort that you've put forth through your high school career and going forward. You can still accomplish all your goals.
All right. Coach Carlos Jones, everyone, thank you.
Hey, I'm Glenn Register with Hometown Supply. Hometown Supply, located in downtown Dublin, is here for all of your home and hardware needs. We work with customers. I know sometimes times get tough. We work with you through those. Local delivery is available for merchandise sold. Anything that a customer needs, we take care of. Just remember, if you can't do business at Hometown Supply, you just can't do business.
I'm Heath Richter, and we just want to invite everybody to come on down to the Houston Clinic and check us out at our new facility. We've been in Dublin for a while now, obviously, but have a new office here, and we'd just like you to come down and see some of the new stuff we're offering. And if you need to get checked out, we'd be glad to do that for you. We've got able to do some ultrasound-guided injections now and physical therapy and just a little bit better space, so hopefully we can get you in and out of here a little bit quicker.
Come by and see us today at our brand new location, the Houston Clinic, Medical Drive in Dublin.
Okay, and now welcome in everyone, Ariana Jones. Ariana, it's so good to have you in. You have a beautiful smile. You had on your mask when you came in, sweetie, and I'm glad because we all social distancing now, but so I get to see you smile. That's the best part of the interview right there.
Thank you.
Hey, so let's talk about what it's been like to be the coach's daughter in training through the years.
See, being the coach's daughter, people think you're trying to be better than everyone. You're really not. You're just trying to show that I know what it's like, so I'm trying to help you get better. But they think I'm trying to be better than them, but it's really not that. And
Yeah.
being the coach's daughter, you put it to expectations. Like, you're supposed to be like, you're already supposed to be look good. If you fall behind, they're thinking he's not really doing anything, but really, he is.
Ariana, now, people use this expression, and I've never gotten it. I've had to talk my kids through the same thing when they want to say you're a try-hard. You know, what you say about that?
I'm not being a tryhard, I'm just doing my best.
Yeah, you're just doing your best.
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what life's all about, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
To do your best, do your very best. Laid back don't always get it. Yeah, and obviously you're not very laid back when it comes to that track. Yeah, you got it going on. So if you had to pick one event that you were going to participate in, they're only going to let you do one, what's it going to be?
Probably long jump, because I've been working hard on that. I've been trying to improve every time I get there.
Yeah. So let's talk about the long jump and you work in that and what it takes to excel at it. I mean, it's about timing, it's about your steps. Let's talk about it all. Break it down for me.
Okay, long jump, you start off with a strong sprint, then when you get to the line, you're supposed to explode off the line and land to the pit. It's best if you land forward instead of falling back. If you fall back, that's where they're going to mark it at.
Yeah.
But when you're doing long jump, you got to really think about it. You can't look down. If you look down, it'll mess you up real bad. It'll like, you mess up your steps, it'll mess up your whole jump. You'll end up jumping closer to the pit, to the start of the pit, then closer to the end of the pit. And especially get to the end of the pit, so your jump can be further out.
So Ariana, when you jump, you got to keep your head up, got to keep your eyes up.
Head up, eyes up, and explode your arms like that.
Yeah, yeah, because you don't want to fall back. That's disheartening, I'm sure. But things happening when you're training and you're trying to put in the work on that, just on that one event. Who pushed you the most? Is there somebody else on the team that maybe encouraged you? I know your dad did, but
He did. But I had this one junior. She helped me because she was like the next runner. So she did all the events I do. So with her being my competitor, it really helped me push myself.
Now, you know, that speaks volumes. A lot of times people don't understand if you can find a partner, if you can find somebody to work out with that's going to push you and you're going to make them better, it's a win-win.
Yes, sir.
And now you leaving her behind and leaving something for your dad to work with, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So let's talk about what it is like around your home right now. What's it all about with the family?
We have a lot of laughs. We're a goofy family. If you really think about it, like outside, you won't think we're that goofy, but when we're in the house, all we do is laugh and have fun with each other.
Yeah, that's the way it should be.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's terrific. I know you do, but I always count that as a blessing.
Yes, sir.
You'll want to come home and see them, you know. So you're going off to college. How you feeling about that?
I'm a little nervous because I've never been away from home for like a long time, but I'm also excited for a new experience.
Yeah, yeah. You can't wait to get away? I'm messing with you. It's exciting, and to have the confidence that's been fed into you, you can go on to and do the next part of your life, the next chapter, and do it with confidence because you know where you come from. And you go on out there and you got all that confidence. And you don't have to get homesick. It might cross your mind sometimes, but you don't have to get homesick because, again, your parents have fed into you. Now you're going on to the next step and you'll excel there and you'll be able to share it with them. So you got a lot to look forward to. So why you work so hard?
Because I know I need to improve myself. I know I need to be better at my events. I know I need to work hard so I can be a better influence to the younger kids.
Yeah.
Because I'm the oldest on the team, just about.
Yeah. All right, but let's slow down just for a minute. Now, your dad said earlier that, Ariana, that when you came out as a freshman, sophomore, you were a leader from the start. Now, a lot of people don't understand that a young person on any team can be a leader. It's just inherent in you. You want to push others. You don't want people to be laid back. You want them to work hard. What do you say to young people who have that and may be a little fearful of stepping on up and being that leader?
Don't be afraid of being the leader. Like, being a leader is a great trait to have in yourself. So just show it and love yourself for it.
Yeah.
Don't be ashamed.
Yeah. So you got 2 sisters.
I do.
What do they say to you about this point in your life?
They keep telling me not to be scared. Just they know that I'll succeed in the stuff, so they tell me keep going, keep pushing forward.
Mm-hmm. How about your schoolwork? What's one of your favorite subjects?
Math.
You love math.
I like math.
Well, all right. You're gonna do real well. Yeah. So you got a great GPA.
Yes, sir.
You're going on. You not only got Hope, but you get Zell Miller too, right?
I think so.
Yeah. Yeah. So you get all that extra money, and then you get to participate in the sports you like. You get to plug in. What have you said to your team in this part of the season? And here we are all about to graduate, or I'm leaving. What do you say to your teammates?
I'm going to miss them. I sent some letters off the other day to some of my teammates that I really been pushing for it. Yeah. I sent them tell them next year I want y'all to improve, and I'm going to miss y'all, and if I can have a chance, I'll come see y'all. And I really love them because they really helped me these past few years.
Yeah, awesome. Ariana, we wish you well. I know you're going to do great things. We're going to have to be checking in with your dad, make sure we keep a progress report on you going forward. So before we cut out, let's talk about your faith.
I have a strong faith in God. I pray, I know through this pandemic, all you can do is pray and ask God to help things get better, and pray that He has a strong plan. My auntie told me the other day that God had to shut the whole world down because He got something better coming for us. So I keep that in I wrote it on my mirror and everything.
That's awesome. Wrote it on your mirror and everything. That's
I can look
good.
at it every day.
Mm-hmm. Ariana, again, we wish you well. We thank you, and we're glad to have the opportunity to be able to interview you here on TV 35.